Hey guys, Sayla here from SM Strategies, and I've been getting tons of requests to talk about everything that I learned at Social Media Marketing World last week. I can't get everything that I learned into one video. It will be so long. So instead, I'm going to break it into lots of smaller Tip Tuesday videos. So happy Tip Tuesday. Let's just jump right in it. If you want to know everything that I learned at Social Media Marketing World, you'll have to follow along every single week. Okay, so let's get started. First, I'm going to say 5 things that I learned about websites at Social Media Marketing World. As you guys know, I specialize in Facebook and Instagram ads, and we're doing some Pinterest ads at SM Strategies as well. But websites are so important, so I want to talk about them because your metrics can be so spot on, right where you need to be within your industry standards on Facebook, Instagram, and even Pinterest. And you could not be getting any purchases or any leads. So it's really important that your website is up to date and that you follow these 5 tips. So let's go ahead and just jump right into it. The first one is a value proposition. If you have a business, I'm sure you're constantly working on what your value proposition might be, or you should already know what it is. But the important thing is that your value proposition is on your page and easy to see. This is really important because people are checking out your products and they're looking at lots of other products online, but it's important that your value proposition is very clear. The second tip that I have for you about your website is a call to action, right? That seems so common and so like such basic knowledge, but you'd be surprised how many websites I see that have no call to action. You want to be able to identify your call to action within 2 seconds. And you want to make sure that you're telling each person what to do on each page of your website. Because no one wants to feel like an idiot. And if I come to your website and I don't see a call to action, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Don't make me feel like an idiot. Go ahead and make sure that your website has a call to action that's easy to identify within 2 seconds. And make sure that you're always testing and that you know, backed by data, what your call to action should be and what the next one should be according to the page that you're on. And also make sure you know where the ideal place is for your call to action. You would be surprised how many conversions can be changed depending on where your call to action is and how easy it is to see. The third point on your website that you should really dial in on is content. That's something that's always talked about as marketers. You know, some say content is king, but it's really important to start thinking about how much content your audience wants to see. That's very different from how much content does Google want to see. It's how much content does your audience want to see. So in thinking about this, really think about who your customer is and what type of content they're consuming, and also where your content should be. At Social Media Marketing World this year, we talked a lot about how we are constantly given ads. As consumers, you know, it's amazing how many ads you'll see from the second you wake up and check your smartphone to walking down the street and seeing a billboard. You're gonna see content everywhere. So stop just marketing to people all the time, your products, and start actually delivering valuable content that people will want to read and understand. Give them something that they actually feel is valuable. Don't just constantly push your products on them. So check to see what content is on your site and if it's the right type of content, like should it be a long form, should it be short form, should it be video. Make sure to test that, and then also test the type of content that you're creating for your audience. Okay, my 4th tip is mobile friendly. Make your site mobile friendly. This is something we've been talking about for years, and yet you'd be surprised how many clients come and say that their site is mobile friendly. They look at it and all the buttons are clickable, everything seems great, it looks great on the mobile phone, but it's not actually mobile friendly, right? Like if your site just works on mobile, that was so the standard in 2010. Now it's all about, has it been customized to your phone? So are people able to call you easier? Is your content shorter? People are generally reading less on your phone, but also test that for your audience and figure out really what does mobile friendly look like for your audience. Should it look different on your mobile phone versus your desktop for your audience? And how can you better personalize your mobile website for your users? Always be thinking about this. There are always new things you can do. So talk with your web designer, talk with your marketing team, and make sure that your site is actually mobile friendly. Okay, we're getting down to our fifth and final tip that I learned at Social Media Marketing World for your website. Okay, the fifth one is, what are you doing when people are leaving your website? Or what are people doing when they land on your website, right? So what is your exit strategy here? Oftentimes as a Facebook advertiser, I have people who worry about the bang for their buck that they're getting with Facebook ads, right? Sending traffic to your site is what I'm doing. And you want to make sure that there's value put behind that so you can really see every single dollar that you're spending as an investment. So what are we doing to capture those emails? Do we have a plan to capture those emails? Are they going into an email list? Are they being used again? Are you generating your emails correctly? What is your exit strategy? Because then you'll actually be able to see the value that you're spending generating this traffic every single day. Yeah, so make sure you're using those tools for your exit strategy. Okay, that wraps it up for us here. Those are your 5 tips for a better website that I learned at Social Media Marketing World. The first one, just to review, is value proposition. So make sure that's clear and that I know exactly what makes you stand apart from other brands as soon as I land on your page. The second one is call to action. Make sure you're telling people what to do. Don't make people feel dumb. Make sure you know what you're telling people to do and make sure it's very clear from page to page. The third one is content. What content are you pushing on people? Is it the right content? Is it the right type of content? Is it the right length of content? Fourth one is mobile friendly. We're not just talking about pretty looking buttons. We're talking about thinking about the actions people are taking on their phone and how they're different from the actions they are taking on your website. And then the fifth and final one is, what's your exit strategy? What is the strategy that you are using when people are exiting your site? And how can you make that strategy better? Okay, so that's it. That's the end. Happy Tips Tuesday. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And if you want to learn all the other amazing takeaways that I got from Social Media Marketing World, please continue to follow me and you will see a new video every single week. Okay, thanks. Bye.